Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Coinage Stocks here, back at it. Gonna be covering AMC, best theaters in town. So today is a Monday, August 10th, 2026. Gonna be covering AMC, so none of this is financial advice. So let's just jump right into it. So this is after hours right here, or extended hours. Right here you could see AMC closed the day at $2.42. We're taking a look at the 15-minute time frame. I just wanted to show, the last time I made a video was about a week ago. Did this technical analysis. It's going price action. Price is moving, pretty close to where I put my path. I have not touched that. So it has been a little while since I've done a bar replay mode. So let's jump right into that. So I made my analysis around here. So I just wanted to just show you guys how close it's following my path right here. So let's go ahead and play this again. This is a 15-minute time frame. So you can see right off the bat, it actually shot up there. I'm gonna speed this up. But you could just see it just following my path there. So I'm gonna go ahead and exit bar replay mode. So yeah, it's following my path, just understanding the liquidity zones and everything. Now this pullback, I'm gonna go ahead and drop down to the 4-hour time frame. Now this pullback is actually pretty healthy. Right now in the 4-hour time frame, it's testing this 50 moving average. A key liquidity zone. I'm sure a lot of people that were trading this stock, I would say most of them got taken out. It possibly can go further down, considering that we do have this trend line. I'm actually not sure if this trend line is valid anymore, since it crossed through this. But I always say zones are a lot more important than the trend lines. It's where the liquidity's at. But the people that were trading, there was a lot of people trading right here. So people that trade, and when they see price movement goes up, what they tend to do is move their stop loss upward. So if I go right here, just give an example of this. Let's say somebody's stop loss was initially down here. Let's go ahead and paint this red. So let's say the stop loss was initially right here. They bought in right here. So then they put their stop loss down here. Once price moves up, what a lot of people that trade, they like to move their stop losses up. That way, just in case it comes all the way back down, they'll at least get, a tiny bit of profit, or that way they'll protect their capital. So I think that's what happened here. I think this was, a liquidity grab right here, stop loss hunt. People that put their stop loss to break even, or a bit above break even. I'm sure a lot of them got taken out. You got to take out the traders before making your move up. Not only that, the other thing that you got going on is that you have options. So a lot of people have been buying options, especially when they see these moves up. So AMC has been having options, about one option every month. I believe this one was on the 21st. The following one somewhere mid-September. I don't know the dates off the top of my head. But yeah, so I think that's why too. You gotta take out, you know, as much people as you can before you can be moving upward. So that was my thought basis behind this price action. You can see it's just following it perfectly. I have not touched this, you know, at all. It's so what I do not want to see though is I don't want to see price get back too low. You know, you don't want it to get, you don't want to see these back lows to the $2 unless it's like a quick flash stop hunt and then it rejects. But you know, I really don't want to see the $2 range. I think, you know, you don't want to have that kind of momentum either. But this is healthy right here. It's how we respond after this. So one thing too is that AMC is actually starting to add more options. So that's actually good to see there that it's giving. I noticed it started to put one. I think they added one before the 21st, the week before the 21st. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. That's good to see there that AMC is adding more options, though. That is good to see. So we got the new moon coming up pretty soon. Tomorrow, after tomorrow, you know, we'll have the new moon full effect. Interestingly enough, though, you know, I'm gonna pull out the moon charts right here for you guys. Again, this is the 4-hour time frame. So yeah, interestingly enough is that this 12th right here on Wednesday, August 12th, 2026, we have actually 2 eclipses this month. Interestingly enough, August 12th on the Wednesday, we have a total eclipse, which that's very very interesting. And then on August 27th through August 28th, we have lunar eclipse, which will take place in North America, Europe, and Africa. The one coming up on the 12th will be total eclipse will be in across Greenland, Iceland, northern Spain. So very interesting. You know, I think there is connections, you know, with these lunar phases, as you could just see here. I mean, those have been following the channel, you know what I'm talking about. But I also do think that there are connections with the eclipses. You know, I had mentioned on my last video that, you know, with Dogecoin, I remember back in 2022, it was the new moon, I remember. Something along the lines like this. It was more on the lower time frames, like the 15-minute time frame, where you had these like 2 double top horn setup. But however, that one was on the 15-minute time frame. We had the new moon, something similar to this, and on that same week there was an eclipse. It was, I believe it was a partial eclipse or a lunar eclipse. And the market, you know, it was starting to sell off. And I remember Dogecoin went from like, it was trading around like 5-6 cents, squeezed all the way to 16 cents, which was a nasty move. But you know, I think we have something similar setting up. You know, a lot of stocks, not just AMC, but a lot of stocks, you know, have a setup to where, you know, they're looking like they're about to squeeze, you know. So I do think, you know, interestingly enough, you know, that we have 2 different eclipses having this month. So I think there is something connected to that with the market. So I do think that we can potentially be seeing a nice squeeze. AMC is overdue for that, for one. I mean, the last big squeeze that we got here, obviously, was this May 2024. Squeezed all the way up to $11. And then back in May of 2025, I mean, it was a milder squeeze, but nevertheless, it was a baby mild squeeze. You know, AMC is waking up. AMC, look at these bars right here. Since April, AMC, you know, this price action is just crazy. Big bars every week in comparison to all of this, you know, baby bars. And look right here. This beast is waking up. You know, I'm just ready to squeeze. So yeah, these upcoming couple weeks is very interesting. You know, a lot of good things here for AMC. The box office looks good. Again, this pullback is a healthy pullback. You know, I don't see this as bad. Just don't want to get back to this $2 range, you know, but pretty much personally, once I think AMC gets back going to test this area, this huge liquidity zone, which if you look far left, this is where that huge wedge pattern took place back in November. Once we test this area, let me mute this here. Once we get back to this area, I think we're shifting away from the zone. That's just my thoughts. But it is it's very interesting though. I mean, it is following my path, picture perfect. Can't make this stuff up. But yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. Hit the hype button, subscribe if you have not already, smash the notification bell. Thank you all for the support. You know, comment down below, let me know your thoughts, let me know what your average is. Peace, and enjoy the rest of your week as we watch AMC unfold together, and say cheers once we get past this zone and squeeze on out of here. So with all that being said, take care and have a good rest of your week. Take care.